Okay, this is the second video for the week 3 problem set theta group. We're picking up on problem number 7, which is a sequence problem. It says the first term is a negative 11. Okay, nice and easy. And then it says each term after that is added by 4. Again, pretty easy there. All we have to do is continue to add 4 each time, taking us to negative 7, negative 3, 1, 5, 9, 13, and 17. And all they want is to sum the first 8 terms, and when you add up all of these terms, you get 24, which is answer C. Nice easy problem there, leading you into what sequences and series and patterns are all about. In 8, it says the first term is 2, but we have a different kind of pattern. In 7, it's called the arithmetic pattern. In 8, it is not arithmetic, nor is it geometric if you remember your algebra. It's just something else that has going on. The first one is 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to number my terms here because it's going to be pretty important to see what's going on here. And they want us to actually go all the way to the 13th term, so I'll write it out. 5, 6, 7, 8. And after that first term of 2, it says the next term, every even term is 3 more than the first term. So 2 is an even, so we add 3 to that and we get 5. Then it says every odd term is the opposite of every term before it. So 5 goes to negative 5. Even term, so I'm going to add 3, go to negative 2. Opposite, add 3. Opposite, add 3. Opposite, add 3, opposite, add 3, opposite. So when you work it out, the 13th term is going to be 2, which is answer choice D for number 8. And you could see a pattern here developing. It repeats after every 4 terms. So if you look at it, the 13th term is going to be the same as the first term. If it asks for the 14th term, that would have been the same as the second term there. So another way to look at what's going on. In number 9, we have another pattern. It starts with 13, goes to 43. Then we have Y, Z, and then 12, 13. Now the pattern here, it says each term is 4 more than 3 times the previous term. And they want to know what Z is. Well, before we can find Z, it's probably easier to go ahead and find Y. So if we're going to try and find Y, then Y is going to be 4 more than 3 times the previous term. So the previous term is 43. Multiply that by 3 and add 4. Takes us to 133. So then to find Z, we start with 133. Multiply that one by 3 and add 4, and just by plugging it into the calculator we get 403, which is answer choice D. So 9 is D. On to 10. Now we're talking about sets, and just to give you a little bit of extra factoring practice, we asked A is the factors of 24. So A consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24, because all of those numbers can be evenly divided into 24. And where B is the factors of 30. Starts out similar, 1, 2, 3, goes to 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. And we want to know which ones they have in common. Well, pretty easily. They both have the 1s. I can't circle very well. They both have 2s. They both have 3s. And they both have 6s. None of the other numbers do they have in common. So it would be written out A intersection B is 1, 2, 3, and 6. Which is answer choice A for number 10. Let's see if we can fit this all on one page here. 11 we're talking about students taking calculus and statistics. This is a Venn diagram problem where it's really helpful if you can understand and visualize what's going on. I'll call the first oval here C for calculus and the second one S for statistics. Now, what's interesting here is that there are 18 taking calculus and 22 taking statistics, but you can't just put 18 here in the left part and 22 here in the right part because they have some overlapping part. And that's actually what the question is asking, how many are taking both? Well, if you look at those two numbers, 22 are taking statistics and 18 are taking calculus, and if you add those together, you get 40. Well, that's 10 more than the total number of students. So that means 10 of them must be taking both. Okay, well, if then 10 are taking both and 18 are taking calculus, then 8 must go in the left part here because 8 plus 10 will give us the 18. And then if 10 are taking statistics in the intersection part, then that means 12 has to go in this part over here. That's just helping you fill out the rest of the diagram in case a question were asked the other way. But the question again only asks how many are taking both, and that is C, 10. 10 are taking both. 12 is similar, however now we have 3 different groups that we're talking about. So we start by making 3 overlapping circles, and we'll label them G for German, F for French, and S for Spanish. What's interesting here is that it says that none of them take all 3. So in this main center intersection is the number 0. Then it says 3 take German and French, so a 3 goes there. That's a little hard to read, sorry about that. And it says 4 are taking French and Spanish, and only 2 are taking German and Spanish. So our job now is to figure out what goes in the biggest parts, the non-intersecting parts of these circles. It says 25 total take German, and we've accounted for 5 of them, so that leaves 20 to go in the rest of the part. And it says 15 are taking French, we've already accounted for 7, so that leaves 8 to go out here. And it says that 13 are taking Spanish, we've accounted for 6, leaving 7 out here. Now if we add up all the numbers in blue that we wrote, 20, 3, 2, 4, 8, and 7, that gives us a total of 44. Now there's something else that I did not include in this Venn diagram. That's something called the universal set. In other words, everybody else. There's 80 total people that are signed up here, and the question is asking how many are not studying any of the 3 languages. Well, that's just going to be 80 minus 44, which is 36, which is answer choice E. Hopefully you got through these problems pretty well, and if you did, then go ahead and take a look at the week 3 assessment. You might also want to look at the Sigma Groups problem set to challenge yourself there as well. Good luck and have a good week.